Find me the inverse using your calculator. Alright, so one of two ways. First off, you have to set up the 3 by 3 matrix. Okay? So the 3 by 3 matrix is 2, 1, negative 2, 5, 3, 0, 4, 3, 8, isn't it? 8. Yeah. Okay. So you could store that as matrix C, because that was the name of it. Okay. And then find the inverse of C. Or you could just take it directly to the negative 1 power. And that gives you that. Okay. If you're not a fan of fractions, you could also factor out a 1/2, and then that would be 24, negative 14, and 6, negative 40, 24, negative 10, 3, negative 2, and 1. That would also work. I would also accept that as the answer. If you're not a fan of fractions, then you got to get rid of them. Yep. So, solve this one by hand using matrices. Then we will verify it on the calculator at the end. Okay? So, from yesterday, our first step was we need to convert our stacked equation into a matrix equation. Okay? So if I convert this into a matrix equation, that would be the matrix. What's my first matrix? Size and elements. So 2 by 2. Left to right, top to bottom, the elements would be? Where did you come up with 5, negative 2, 2, negative 4?
The coefficients of the...
Okay, so our first matrix is the coefficients of our variables. Second matrix, size and elements. 2 by 1, elements are x and y. That's going to equal our third matrix, size and elements. 2 by 1, and they are negative 10 and 12. Okay. Step 2 then said I need to find, or you need to find, the inverse of that blue coefficient matrix. So, to find the inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix, that's 1 over the value of the determinant. What is the determinant of my blue matrix? How do I find the value? How do I find the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix? Criss minus cross. So my criss is negative 20. 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. Minus my cross, negative 4. Okay. What do I do in my actual matrix then? Okay, so negative 4 goes upper left, 5 goes lower right. So then negative 2 goes lower right, positive 2 goes upper, or excuse me, that was lower left, upper right. Yes? Okay. Negative 20 minus negative 4. What is that? Negative 16. So this is the matrix 1 over negative 16. And then the matrix is negative 4, 2, negative 2, 5. Right? So that is my inverse. Okay. Step 3 then said multiply the inverse matrix by the numbers matrix, and that's going to give me the variable matrix, right? So XY is my variable matrix. My inverse matrix was that one. And my numbers matrix was negative 10 and 12. Now, I would not worry about that negative 1/16 yet. Okay? Leave it out there. Wait until the end. Can I do this matrix multiplication? Yeah? The result's going to be a 2 by 1, correct? How do I know, without even looking, that it's going to be a 2 by 1? Because the left side of the equation is a 2 by 1. So if this is going to work out, the right side had better be a 2 by 1 also. Okay? So I take the first row here, the first row times my only column. Negative 4 times negative 10 is 40. Plus 2 times 12 is 24. Then I take my second row times my column. Negative 2 times negative 10 is 20. Plus 5 times 12 is 60. $40 plus 24 is 64. 20 plus 60 is 80. $64 times negative 1/16. Negative 4. 80 times negative 1/16. Negative 5. So x is negative 4, y is negative 5. What should we now do? Plug it back in and check. Negative 4 and negative 5. 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Negative 20 minus negative 10 is negative 10. Checks out. 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. Negative 8 minus negative 20 is positive 12. Checks out. There's my answers. Now, if you wanted to leave it in matrix form, that's fine. If you wanted to rewrite it as an ordered pair, that is fine too. Okay. Okay. Go for it. I would solve this one by hand. Since it's on the homework, you got to solve them by hand. You can check it using the calculator. Okay, so this then becomes on this one, I can multiply that determinant in, that outside number in, because it's just negative 1. So negative 3, 4, negative 2, 3 becomes 3, negative 4, positive 2, negative 3. And then that I got to multiply by 5 and 3. So that's going to be 3 times 5 is 15. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. 2 times 5 is 10. Negative 3 times 3 is negative 9. So this becomes x and y here. End up being positive 3 and positive 1. Okay? Checking it on the... I can squeeze it in right there. Checking it on the calculator. I would have a 2 by 2 matrix, and that 2 by 2 matrix was 3, negative 4, 2, negative 3. I need to take the inverse of that one and multiply that by the 2 by 1 matrix of 5 and 3. It's me, x is 3, y is 1. Stop bouncing. Yep. Quick check. 9 minus 4 is 5. 6 minus 3 is 3. Checks out. Again, if you wanted to write it like that, or if you wanted to write it as the ordered pair 3, 1, that's fine. That's a your call. Yep. Try it. So how do I do? How do I do it? So what do I do? But I got to set it up first. So my coefficient matrix, instead of it being a 2 by 2, it's now a 3 by 3 matrix. So it's negative 3, 1, negative 8, 1, negative 2, 1, 2, negative 2, and 5. Right? that gets multiplied by my variable matrix, which now is a 3 by 1, x, y, and z. And that's going to equal my numbers matrix, 18, negative 11, negative 17. Right? So when I go to now on the calculator, that would become x, y, and z is going to equal the inverse of that one times that one. So we get that. So we should check that then, right? Negative 2, 4, and 1. Oops, I guess I can't get on there. So negative 2 would be 6. 4 would be 10. And negative 1 would be 18 if I plug it in the first one. Negative 2 minus 8 is negative 10. Plus negative 1 is negative 11. It checks out there. Negative 4, negative 12, negative 5, so that's negative 17. Checks out. Okay? Alright? Again, if you wanted to write it as an ordered triple, you could just act. So negative 2, comma 4, comma negative 1 would work out. Okay, so yesterday I believe that we had said numbers 27, 30, and 33 I wanted done by hand. Correct? Okay, so this top homework then is due Wednesday, right? This bottom homework is your chapter 3 review homework, and that one will be due Thursday. This week, Thursday. You don't want to do it after you have to take the test on this unit.
Oh man, you're right.
Yeah. Every once in a while I have those good ideas. Okay?